Amber, absolutely not. Did you go on that date with that man? For those of y'all talking about she need to go on that date to get back at Shayla, for what? It's not gonna make her feel better. Y'all, two wrongs do not make a right, and it don't, and it don't feel good after. Even if she gets Anthony back, that does not mean things are gonna be the same because they wouldn't be. Sex wouldn't be the same. Nothing would be the same. It's like eating something you find out it's contaminated, and then you go right back to the restaurant after you ate it. What is wrong with y'all? All of y'all know full God forsaken well, if somebody did what Anthony did, or even what Amber did, you wouldn't take them back. You know you wouldn't. The one thing that God does not condone is adultery. He doesn't condone it. I don't know why y'all sit up here and think that what both of them have done to each other is okay. It's not. And I thank God for those of us that come on my platform. We all know this. We are not going back to somebody that did what they did, especially if you recovered. You're not going to do that. You are not going back to somebody that hurt you. You're not going back to somebody that caused you pain. If anything, you going to let them go immediately. The minute you find out it ain't no conversation that need to be had, I ain't even got no tears for you at this point. If anything, I have more tears because you wasted my time than anything else. But not you. I ain't shedding a tear for you. I'm shedding a tear for myself because I was stupid enough to believe that you were different than everybody else. Amber, do not go on that date and do not take your husband back. You did not listen when Chase told you the real reason that Chase and Candace went on that trip was because he didn't want you to take his assets. When are you going to realize that is the only reason he wants you back? He does not want to basically destroy his assets. And yet and still, you going to go on this date with him. And somehow, some way, Shayla is going to find out. Shayla is going to end up doing something stupid. And the next thing you know, Angeline going to have to come to a harsh realization that this man been playing with your daughter. And you the one that kept egging it on. And now, when you see Anthony and Amber going on this date, then what? And then, like I said, them being back together is not what the majority of us do not want them back together. We don't. Only a few of y'all want them back together, but the vast majority of the Kountry Wayne Skits do not want them back together. And I promise you, if they get back together, Wayne them gonna lose a whole bunch of views because we don't want it. We want the divorce. We want her to move on. We want her to end up with somebody that's gonna make her happy. We don't want to see a woman that feels like she cannot be without her husband. Sweetheart, that was not your husband when you were sleeping with Wayne. That was not even your boyfriend or your fiance when you were sleeping with Wayne. All it is the only reason, that you not going back to Wayne is because you now come to the realization that Wayne ain't never gonna change. You should have came to that realization when you was with Anthony. And you should have never let your best friend get close to her. You need to cut Amanda off, Brittany off. You need to cut all of them off. If you gonna cut Shayla off, cut the rest of them off. What you need to do is go ahead on and have him go ahead through with his divorce. Because you don't know that he slept with Shayla. So if you two sleep together, you gonna mess around and be sleeping behind Shayla. Ain't no way in the world. I'm not having sex behind another woman. Once you touch that woman, we done at that point. I don't care. I don't care if she has whatever. They can start over together. That's it on that. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, when he start losing everything, because this woman keeps basically stripping him of his money, I'm going to sit back and laugh and let it be that. At the end of the day, I care nothing at this point. But if she go out with him, she would be stupid if she go out with him. I don't care if it's the man. Like I said, there is no point. That man has made his choice where he wants to be. Let him stay there. He didn't come home when you caught him. He didn't try to fix your marriage then. The only reason he's trying to fix your marriage now is because he's scared of losing his assets. It's cheaper to keep her. That's it. That's why I said, is marriage really worth it in the eyes of society? Not the eyes of God, but the eyes of society. Is marriage really worth it? Because if I have to sit up here and take care of a grown person that's irresponsible, absolutely not. Mm-mm. And I would say that male or female. So that's crazy. I am getting ready to straighten up a little bit. I don't know what my mother thinks needs to be straightened up because ain't everything in here is pretty much as straightened up as it's going to be. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and do my eye drops right quick and get ready to chill for a little bit before I have to go out. I'm probably going to end up getting dressed about 3, so I'll be dressed by 3:30 because she's coming to pick me up. So make sure we go out for a little bit. Might go to dinner. Take some Benadryl just in case. I might have to take it on the way back. But like I said, I'm not surprised of this behavior. I really am not surprised at all. Nothing, in all honesty, surprises me with these Kountry Wayne Skits because, again, Anthony's not going to deal with no consequences, repercussions. Well, yes, he is, because Shayla is going to make his life a living nightmare. Amber and Anthony are not going to get back together because Shayla is going to be a very big presence. But like I said, if they get back together, I'm done watching it. Like I said, I don't even watch them as much because I'm tired of seeing people getting dogged out. I am tired of seeing people that are good, genuine people just constantly being manipulated, bamboozled, led astray. I'm tired. I don't even want to see it no more, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be good for my clients to see it, but because you'll see it, you'll keep dealing with the same type of people until you change. You'll keep attracting the same people until you change or until you stop. Point blank, period. But no. Like I said, if they get back together, I am not watching it. I want the divorce. I want them to move forward. I want them to go their separate ways. I want them to move on. So, Coco, no, she should not go on this date. But I'm with you on it. You know, I understand your point of view, but I know that's your cousin. But at the end of the day, that man just slept with Shayla. And the question is, Anthony, are you gonna tell Amber that you slept with Shayla? If you really were determined, you would have told Shayla the truth. You would have said to her, you know what, you and I need to set up, joint custody arrangements. We need to basically make it so he only takes care of the baby only, and not her. And that basically he's just gonna come pick the baby up, and that's gonna be it. Or he'll have, somebody else to come pick the baby up, or him and Angeline can actually exchange the baby, or him and Zachary, but he ain't got to see Shayla. He can basically go over Angeline's house and go get the baby. But Angeline, wait till you find out that Amber might be going out with Anthony. Are you gonna blame Amber or are you gonna blame Anthony? But like I said, the wrath of a woman scorned is a woman deadly. And depending on which woman you dealing with, which is Shayla gonna be the one that's gonna be deadly. It's not gonna be Amber, it's gonna be Shayla. Because Shayla is going to be, because she solely depends on Anthony, whereas Amber does not. So, like I said, I do not think they should get back together. I think both of them should leave him alone and move on. Shayla, just go get your child support and your custody situated, and you move on. And don't let that man stop you from moving on. Because the only thing he gonna do is when Shayla move on, he gonna do the same thing, but he's still gonna be back and forth. Because he ain't gonna want another man raising his kid. So either way it go, he don't want either one of them to move on. But yet he don't want to lose anything either. That's why this is happening. So with that being said, that's it for me. I'm about to go chill, relax, and enjoy the rest of my day. But I'm not surprised by any of this, honestly, because this is just what happens. With that being said, bye, y'all.